Want to catch a glimpse of these incredible animals?
On this week's travel show, we find out how.
Coming up on the travel show, we head to a town where 2 months of the year polar bears outnumber the people who live there.
Aren't they the cutest little things you ever seen?
This is very sweet.
Citizen's is in London to meet an event organizer who takes partying literally.
Welcome to the Black and White Ball.
And Trending Travel is here with a video app that'll help set the pace of your travels.
Welcome to the travel show with me, Henry Golding, coming to you this week from Singapore, where later on in the program I'll be donning a wetsuit and going behind the scenes at one of the world's largest aquariums to help them clean the biggest fish tank that I think I've ever seen. But first,
Canada is home to around 15,000 of the world's surviving polar bears, but can tourism help with conservation efforts when it comes to these threatened animals? We sent Brandy Yanchik to Churchill, Manitoba to take a closer look.
This place is nicknamed the polar bear capital of the world, and I'm here because I want to find out how this town, which relies heavily on tourism, mixes polar bears and people.
Polar bears come to Churchill while they are waiting for temperatures to drop and ice to form on Hudson Bay so they can hunt for seals. They migrate here from July until late November, and sightings are increasing as rising temperatures mean the bears have to wait longer on land before the sea ice forms. During October and November, the streets and hotels are busy, with tourists hoping to get a chance to see a polar bear on the subarctic tundra. And for the residents of Churchill, living with polar bears has become a way of life.
When you come out of your house, what do you do?
Look both ways. Don't make too much noise. But if you come across a bear, either light or sad, loud bang, they'll scare it off. Like, you get used to it, just like dogs, you know.
Anyone who spots a bear can call a 24-hour helpline known as the Polar Bear Alert Program. The aim of the program is to protect people and also to preserve the bears. But there have been incidents with these wild animals. Last October, 2 people were attacked and 2 bears were killed.
So we're going to go on to what is known as the tidal flats. This is an area where the Hudson Bay is now not covered by water due to the low tide, but this is going to afford us a chance to look at the mum and cubs a little bit closer than we are right now.
Simon G guides buggy tours through the tundra, and according to him, if you're careful, it's possible to stay safe and get close to these amazing creatures.
So I've got a really good idea over the years of being a buggy driver how to approach a wild animal in its natural habitat. It is slightly difficult in a 40-foot vehicle with very large tyres, but nonetheless they're built in such a way as to be reasonably quiet, minimal impact on the environment, so as we're not damaging the environment that the polar bear lives in, and at the same time we can then allow our guests to see this beautiful bear in its natural habitat.
Pretty soon we're parked with a mother and her 2 cubs right in front of us.
Talk about the best selfie ever, me and the polar bears.
Aren't they the cutest little things you ever seen?
This is very sweet. Okay, that bear is very close. Ooh. I'm a bit frightened.
Hi, Mama. Hey, little guys.
Tours that get this close with these incredible creatures can be controversial, not just because of safety. There are an estimated 25,000 polar bears in the world, and since 2008, they have been classified as a threatened species. So people are worried that the increase in tourism may further diminish their habitats. But one organization dedicated to protecting polar bears thinks there can be benefits in raising awareness and understanding them.
The tourism industry here in Churchill has a great opportunity to educate people and get people connected to polar bears and connected to the threats facing polar bears. Through tourism, people feel more connected to a place, and when you feel more connected to a place, then you're more inclined to maybe do something to make the place better for the wildlife that lives there.
One person who knows the habits of polar bears better than anyone is Andy McPherson, a guide on these polar bear walking tours. People call him the Bear Whisperer.
So if we're thinking about watching him for signs of communication, the first things that we're looking for are signs of stress or anxiety. Now, I'm looking at this bear and I'm thinking, not really too stressed. I'm positive this is the bear that we've named Bob.
To stop the bears from coming towards us, Andy uses his voice and loud sounds as deterrents. And to my surprise, it seems to be working.
Some people might say, this is really irritating to the bears. This is not fair. You're bugging them. Is that true?
I don't think the animals are irritated by us being here very much at all. You have to think of the time that they're spending on shore here. You can almost see a lot of boredom in the behavior that they're doing. So we actually become a curiosity and we pique their interest.
That's too funny. He doesn't care. So I've seen 9 different polar bears in 3 days, including 2 cubs. And I have to say, this has been an excellent experience. I've learned so much about their behaviors, and I'm not frightened anymore.
And I guess that's the point. Of course, we all need to respect polar bears' habitat and the fact that they're these amazing wild animals. But if the tourism industry here can find the right balance between protecting the bears and educating people, then that can play a big part in helping to ensure the future of these beautiful creatures.
Brandy Yanchik there. And if you're planning to visit Canada, here are some things to think about. Canada is the second largest country in the world and holds a staggering array of natural beauty, from the temperate rainforest of the west to some of the world's largest non-polar glaciers up north. It also has 20% of the entire world's fresh water and more lakes than all other countries put together. So when it comes to outdoor activities, well, your creativity is the only limit. If driving is your thing, then Canada has that covered too. It's full of great options for road trips, and an absolute highlight is the Icefields Parkway running between Banff and Jasper, which takes in over 200 kilometers of the iconic Rocky Mountains. And if you're a history buff, then Dawson City might be the place for you. It was the center of the great 1898 Klondike Gold Rush, and today it's full of heritage sites and attractions. In this gritty border town, you'll get a real sense of the fortunes that were made and also the broken dreams of the gold rush. And of course, depending on the time of year that you travel, you'll experience the midnight sun or a chance of spotting the northern lights. Next, it's Citizens, the series where we meet the people who make our global cities tick. This week, it's a party organizer in London who likes to do everything by the book.
I've been hosting parties in London for well over a decade now. And literature gives me the perfect source of inspiration for these parties. Welcome to the Black and White Ball. this weekend is based on Truman Capote's black and white ball. The original black and white ball was all about the most famous people in the world getting together with each other, and it was all about ostentatious behavior. I like to host my parties in venues that have multiple rooms. The ballroom where people can dance, the cabaret stage where people can be entertained, and the life drawing room where people can relax and indulge in artistic pursuits.
I'm one of the performers here at Curious Invitation, and I was on part of the human chessboard. But I was a bit naughty as well, so I was like mucking around and throwing the pieces everywhere and jumping on the other players.
I don't know a lot about my guests. Maybe accountants, lawyers, civil servants, dentists.
Hello.
I like to think that they come to my parties as an escape from the conformity of their everyday lives. Here they can dress up, live out a fantasy, become someone they're not. Someone exotic, debonair, maybe dangerous.
It was more intellectual party, so I really enjoyed myself.
I think it was amazing. I loved it. I didn't expect it to be so crowded, but it was really, really nice with the mess and everything. Very original.
Next up, it's time for this week's travel update. First up, if you're heading to North America, the extreme weather across many US states won't have passed you by. It's caused danger and disruption for many travelers, and snowstorms have continued to hit places like Chicago, grounding many flights. Further snow is expected over the Thanksgiving weekend, so do seek advice before considering travel to affected areas. Over to Europe next, where a deal has been struck to help travelers in the event that an airline they are due to fly with goes bankrupt. Under the new rules, discounted rescue fares are to be offered to stranded passengers flying with European carriers. In Rome, a Russian tourist who carved one of his initials into the Colosseum has been fined €20,000 and given a 4-month suspended prison sentence. The man was caught in the act scraping a 25-centimeter letter into the fragile ancient amphitheater. It's hoped that the significant penalty will discourage other travelers from defacing these structures in the future.
Still plenty more to come on this week's travel show. Coming up,
Trending Travel is here with some money-saving advice from one of the world's top travel bloggers. And I'm helping out with an unusual cleanup inside one of the world's biggest aquariums.
so stay with us and we'll see you after the break. The Travel Show, your essential guide wherever you're heading.
Hello and welcome to Trending Travel, exploring what's hot online in the world of travel. I'll be letting you know the best ways to stay connected while wandering the globe. But let's kick off by making that sea of mobile apps just that little bit easier to navigate. Now that smartphone storage is easier to come by, it's videos that are becoming one of the best ways to keep track of your travels and keep your friends and relatives in the loop. So let's take a look at what's trending in video apps. If you're like me, you'll want to make your videos a little more exciting than just point and shoot. Well, there's loads of editing apps that are popular right now. I've been testing out Hyperlapse. It lets you take long videos and speed them up so they play in just a few seconds while removing jerky movements. This is a Hyperlapse video I took myself. It's great for capturing those long journeys, but I found it not so great if you're moving between different areas of light. For those on Android, Framelapse is a great alternative that's really easy to use and offers similar functions. Both apps are available for free, so that's one more reason to get creative. So now you know how to give your own videos a facelift. Let's take a look at the viral videos that have been taking the net by storm. The Trans-Siberian Railway is the star of the show in this first-class film that takes in 3 countries as the train travels from Moscow to Beijing. The beautiful video really shows how scenery and cultures transform along the stunning 8,000-kilometre journey. And don't overlook the south of India. That's the message for the Mraskalis comedy group, who pay tribute here to their area, pointing out there's plenty on offer in the south with a big range of culture and dialect.
To clear the slate, we are south of India. There is no Madrasi.
Now don't forget to get in touch. We're on Facebook, Twitter and email. Now we've loved getting your pictures and comments this month. Guy Fawkes Night is a spectacle in the UK, but also in South Africa, it seems. Aggie sent us these stunning pictures and explained more about the photos of the fireworks display that he said went on for 3 hours. He told us the amount of fireworks is immense and intense. And Peter Punia got in touch via Twitter after we met internet sensation The Bottle Boys and asked, "Too early to get those Christmas tunes on?" Oh, we don't think so, Peter. Tell us about your travels and share your experiences, and we'll show you our favourites on the show next time. You can get involved on Twitter. The handle is @BBC Travel Show. But we don't just want your pictures. Now we want you to inspire everyone to explore the world with your own video postcard from your travels. Just film yourself telling us where you are and give us one tip for travellers heading to your location. Just take it on your smartphone, upload it to the net and let us know where to find it. We'll feature the best ones in next month's Trending Travel. Show us where you are. We love hearing from you. Now to finish, we've been looking at ways you can get expert tips from those in the know. And we've been reaching out to people who live, breathe and blog travel. This month, we're looking at some of the most popular blogs about travelling on a budget. The Poor Traveller is a blog run by Yoshki and Vince, chronicling their adventures and misadventures around the world on a budget. And the Savvy Backpacker has some great guides on just how to prepare for a budget trip and how to get the most from your money. Last but not least is Nomadic Matt's travel blog. He's been travelling on $50 a day and even wrote a book about it. We caught up with him while he was travelling in Puerto Rico so he could tell us how he does it.
The best travel advice I could give for somebody who wants to travel on a budget is to be flexible. The more flexible you are with dates, locations, and times, the easier it is for you to capture the best travel deals.
There'll be more from the travel bloggers next month. And don't forget to check out the BBC Travel Show website for all the ways that you can get in touch, or if you've seen anything online that you think we should be looking at. See you next time.
Welcome back to Singapore, one of the only 3 independent city-states in the world. Now, one of the biggest attractions here is the Aquarium, where I visited earlier, with very special access.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
This sea aquarium is home to more than 100,000 marine animals from over 800 species, and it's one of the largest aquariums in the world. I'm here to find out how these guys operate. Amanda Leong is one of the 16 aquarists who are responsible for the care of these sea animals.
Wow, look at these guys. They're so big!
And her first job of the day is to prepare the food. They go through 170 kilos of fish a day here. That's way more than twice my weight.
So what's the preparation like? What do we do?
So I'll just demonstrate to you how we cut the fish first. So for the smaller fishes, we cut based on their mouth size. So that would be okay.
Yeah. Who are we catering for?
Okay, so for this small cuts one, we are targeting the barracudas, the batfish, and the smaller fishes. And of course, we do have this. We have the bigger size fish, which we do not cut. we feed as a whole.
As a whole?
Yes.
So someone's going to end up swallowing that whole?
Yes.
The things I do for you guys.
All our fish food comes from sustainable sources. So in this way, we do not add any stress to the natural environment. We do not actually capture any wild fish.
This I could keep doing for a long time.
Here they come! Feeding time! Feeding time! Oh my gosh! You can see there's just a vortex of fish circling where we're throwing all of this food. It's absolutely amazing.
There are around 800 known marine species that are close to extinction, and aquariums can play a big part in protecting them.
As part of a global network of aquariums, the intention is to ensure sustainable practices as much as possible. We can do this by breeding internally and having an exchange program with other aquariums. By doing this, we will reduce the impact on the natural environment.
Aquariums are great places to learn about endangered sea animals, but today, visitors won't just be observing the fish.
Right now, we'll jump to the water, and I'm going to send you off to do some cleaning.
Right, with this thing?
Yes, with this thing.
I'm helping the professional divers who clean the windows of these gigantic habitats. I'm just glad we fed them first. And what a window it is. 36 meters wide, 8.3 meters tall, and holding back 18 million liters of water. The leopard shark, Goliath grouper, sawfish, and giant oceanic manta ray are just some of the species that call this habitat home.
Wow, what an amazing experience. You just realize how small you are in comparison to those massive mantas. And whoever said that window cleaning is boring? Well, that's your lot from the travel show this week, but next week, Rajan heads to Thailand in search of the path to spiritual enlightenment.
Apparently, Buddha himself sat cross-legged meditating for 49 days non-stop, so I should be able to manage 5 minutes.
That's coming up next week, so catch that if you can. But if you want to keep up to date with all of our travels, then follow us on our social media feeds, or if you want some more travel inspiration and destination advice, then you can raid through our archives, which is on our website. All of those details should be on your screens now. But for me, Henry Golding, and the rest of the Travel Show team here in Singapore, it's goodbye.